started the fire brigade?
Yes, he did. Very good. That is true. He did do the fire brigade. He organized that in Philadelphia. Yeah, very good. All right, let's see. I have a question for you guys, a geographic question. How far are you from Philadelphia? Are you clear on the other side of the state, or are you...
We're clear on the other side.
Clear on the other side of the state. So you're a lot closer to Pittsburgh than you are to Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're about 20 minutes away from Pittsburgh.
20 minutes away from Pittsburgh. Okay. Okay, great. All right, so next in the back there.
I didn't know that Indian and Chinese were involved with science.
Right, very good. And that's actually one thing that I was trying to get across is that, yes, and actually there were a lot more Chinese that I would have put there if I had had time. The idea of movable type, which we associate with Gutenberg, is actually there was a Chinese peasant, Wu Shen, who actually did that hundreds of years before Gutenberg. We have gunpowder. There's all these other things from China. India is also another one that had a lot of contributions. So yeah, good observation. Great. Next.
I found out that the guy, I don't remember his name, he found out that the world was round from shadows.
I didn't quite hear that. Could you repeat it?
He found out the world was round from shadows.
The world was round from shadows? Oh, yes, great. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Erasmus. Yes, yeah. That was, yeah, good, good. Next.
I learned about
Yes, that's good. Yes, and so can anyone name me what is the next better one than 22/7?
35, 114.
133 over 335?
No. 335 over 113.
You know what?
14.
I'm gonna have to check myself because I don't actually remember. So let me just quickly check. I was hoping you guys would remember that. Let's see. All right, I'm almost there. Almost there. And almost done. Oh, where is it? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Oh.
Our teachers are hands.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I'll find it later. I'll send it to you. Sorry. I know it's something over 115. So. Okay. Now let's see. I think we only have 5 minutes. So quickly, let's go through the rest of you guys.
I learned that.
What? Say that again.
I learned that pi has another origin known as Archimedes constant.
Yes. Very good. Okay, next. Oh, and go ahead. Well, I was just gonna say it was 355 over 113. Over 113.
So you can come back to me.
Okay. Well, what about a question? How about you give me a question? Or should I go? You don't have a question either? All right, I'll go to the next one. Okay, next.
Yeah. Which place contributed most to science?
What's what?
Which place contributed most to science?
Oh, which place?
Like which country contributed most to the science field?
You know what? That's a tough one because it varied during different years. And then there's also, here's another problem, is that sometimes records are lost. So the library in Alexandria in Egypt was burned down. Another one is that, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but in the agave plant that they actually used to make tequila out of, it actually rolls up into, it actually makes paper. And the Mayans and the Aztecs used to have hundreds, if not thousands, of paper records and scrolls. Those were all burned by the Spanish. So it's possible that their scientific knowledge was incredible, but we don't know. So we can just see some stuff that's on stone. So it's kind of hard to tell. I can say probably right now, I'm betting that our scientific knowledge is probably the best. I'm not saying ours as far as the US, but I think ours as far as the world right now is probably the best. And I would say science is one of the few things that the borders aren't nearly as important as some other aspects. So especially as years have gone on, science is more of like a global community. So it's not as if this country, we've got the Fields Medal or we've got the Nobel Prize. It's usually, oh, this is great science that someone has done. So it's a little bit different than the Olympics in that regard. But did that kind of answer your question? I hope it did. Okay, are you ready yet for a question? Or do I need to go to the next person? Okay, next person.
Alright, I learned where pi got its name from.
Okay, good. Which is? Where did it get its name from?
From perimeter.
Right, perimeter divided by diameter. Right, so, yeah, good. All right, next. Yeah,
What did the Black Death come from?
where did the Black Death come from? It was it's a kind of bacteria that's transmitted by fleas. And so rats carried the fleas and people carried fleas, and it actually went from essentially China to India across the Middle East. Yeah, good question.
Thank you.
Okay, next.
Oh, I learned who started streaking.
Yeah, good. Okay, that was the idea. Good. Okay, and who was that? So who started?
Archimedes.
Archimedes, right, great. Okay, next.
What kind of tools did they use for their experiments?
For who use for their, which?
The scientists.
Okay, so it would depend on which scientist. So some scientists like Einstein used mostly their minds. Other scientists like Lavoisier, he used the gas retorts and did all sorts of things with glass, and he would either create that himself or have somebody else do it for him. So, okay, I think we're down to one more person. So you have the last question. Or the last... No question. All right, what about an observation? Something. Or you could... Or what you can... Yes. Or what you can do is you can start...
You can't see this.
But I don't know who's he talking to.
I don't know.
I'm talking to you.
Talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Who's the best known scientist now, like, as of today?
Oh, that's a good question. It's kind of tricky. I've read some really good ones. Machu Picchu is probably one of the more famous, and actually I like him a lot. He's pretty, yeah, he's pretty good. So, yeah. So I think we're just about out of time. So I would like you guys all to give yourself a round of applause for sitting through this, and thank you very much for putting up with me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well thanks, and I look forward to seeing your school again sometime. All right.
See ya. Bye.